What's going on, guys? I just wanted to let you know a little research I found out about the Flintstones. It's kind of surprising. The people of Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but the people of Abu Dhabi do. Good evening, guys. What's going on? I know I gave you an update the other day of the yard, but I really just want to do another update because with the sun shining, you can really tell a difference. And I know this picks up on camera, but you can see all this right here, this thick stuff, except for this, that, over in through there. It's almost like I killed this part of the yard off and planted fescue, and then from there over, I didn't. But that's not the case. If you guys watch the videos from a couple years ago, I overseeded this thing and I killed off the whole yard. Every bit of this was brown, and I killed every bit of it off. And I've been working on it ever since. It was my first year with a fescue yard, so it was a lot to learn because I didn't know about propaganazole, I didn't know about fungicides, things like that. But it's just been one thing after the other with the yard. But anyway, I killed that off, planted GCI turf top tall fescue. I didn't know anything about fungicides. I didn't know I really needed to keep it on it in the heat. My first spring in May, it's just horrendous heat. I end up having, by this time last year, I have all this dried out to dirt. Everywhere you stepped was dirt. I had a tree here. Now you tell me, you cut a tree down, dig the stump up, plant down $180 bag worth of grass seed, lime it, everything's right. And, you know, look, I mean, it still hasn't come in. Look at all the brown. Now, I mean, I want to say that I'm happy with it. There's so much yellow in it that it makes me sick. I'd almost rather have a Bermuda yard and overseed it every year with rye than to see all this brown in the summertime. Now, one of the videos I did recently, everybody was like, oh, you know, John Boy, you just need to water it. You need to water it. You need to water it. I understand that. I needed water. I fell behind on water. Now, I do understand that. But we have had a lot of rain recently. So much that I've not even had to water this. But yet my grass is still brown. Now, if you come through here, now one place that it did great was my ditch. You can see my ditch is still good and green. Now, granted, it does have some yellow in it, and it does have some Bermuda poking up in it. Now, you can see all this salad bowl. I've not did anything with weeds this year because it's just been so hot. But I mean, you can tell by the video. Right there is where all the Bermuda comes in. Right here up, you can see fescue, but then this huge patch right here is nothing but Bermuda. But if you walk through it, you'll see yellow all in it, to where if my fescue would have popped out like it should have choked that Bermuda out and it would have been just fine. So, not trying to say anything about Pete. I like his channel. But I think what I'm going to do this fall is go with a different seed. I have done GCI turf top tall fescue for the last 2 years. And yes, even after all I went through last year, and with the heat stress, the yard burning up in places, I end up putting, again, another, I think it was about 10 pounds per 1,000 because I really wanted this yard to fill in and be thick and green this year, and it just didn't happen. I mean, it's green, but it ain't green with fescue. I have a little bit, but not what I want. And so this year I'm going to go with, I think it's Super Seeds. It's a triple threat, and it has, I think, like 3 different blends of fescue, plus it has some bluegrass in it. So I'll get a little bit of that rhizomius, you know, crawling under the ground, filling in when it needs to, and hopefully I can get it thick enough that I don't have to worry about this Bermuda coming back in. But yeah, I've not kept this watered. We've had a ton of rain lately, and heck, I probably could water this every day, and maybe that would make a difference. I don't know. When I say my last month's electric bill, I definitely knew that I had watered last month in June. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do this year is just try a different grass seed and see if it's a little bit better drought tolerant, heat tolerant. Now, I know I'm not knocking the seed. I just want to try something different because this hasn't been real drought tolerant for me. Not enough for me. I mean, if I think, do it again, I think my yard would end up being 80% Bermuda, and I can't stand that. That's not what I started out looking for. It's not what I wanted, so that's not what I'm going to accept. So this year when I overseed, I mean, look at that. This right here is the same grass as this, but as you can tell, it looks totally different color. It's the same seed. And then you got all this right here, that's just common Bermuda. So not pleased with that at all. I've fertilized it on a regular program like I should, limed it like I should, just did everything like I should except for water. And I know that's probably more important than anything that I just mentioned. But I got behind on the water this year, and then we've been getting a lot of rain, so I didn't want to overwater it. But heck, I think I could probably get 10-12 inches of rain a week on this and before it would start coming back out. But besides that, I do update videos in the winter because all that Bermuda will die off, and I know that my fescue will come back. But I'm going to try the Triple Threat Plus. Now, it's like $250 a bag. Costs $55 to ship it to me, and then it's like $187, by itself. So it's going to be quite expensive to use. But if I can get good results that'll last longer, that'll be important. That'll be the main thing. And then, like I said, the biggest thing going in next year is I'm going to set sprinklers up through here on timers, and when it starts getting hot, I'm going to set that timer and not have to worry about the yard burning up again. So that's what I plan on doing for this fall. I'm going to eradicate all this crap. If you guys have an asphalt driveway like this, what is your ideas and thoughts on how to keep a clean edge? Because everything grows over into it. And like I said, that chuck clover and crabgrass, and I seen a patch of Dallas grass down there. It's choking a lot of grass out that could be coming in. But I just got to get rid of that, and I will. I'll spray it out before the end of the season, before we overseed. But that's my time for the day. You can see some of the blades through here. You can't see it probably on camera, but you can see a lot of the blades sticking up above the Bermuda, where I think where we have been getting so much rain, it's starting to come back even more so. And I mean, and you can see all the yellow. When that finally does come back and get out of dormancy, it's going to be beautiful again. And when that happens, I'll show you. But in the meantime, that's my time for now, and I'll catch you next time.